This video is inspired by my friends because we all are empathetic and we like to stay informed and educated on what's happening in the world, but it can also be a lot to carry and it can be really heavy and intense. So I just want to share what I shared with them because a friend asked me, how do you stay grounded with the current state of the world? This is what I said. I said, honestly, I just focus on what is in my control. My energy, my actions. I feel like the more we feed into the fear and division, the more we give our power away. I try to keep the balance between staying informed and taking breaks when it feels like too much. Because again, what good are we to the world if we're constantly living in fear or stressed out over the state of the world? I can do more good when I take care of myself. And it's important to remember we came here for the human experience on Earth, and this is part of it, but also enjoying our life and nature, and the Earth is part of it too. We can't get so stuck in our heads or in our fear that we forget to live. Then that same week, I had another friend reach out to me and I told her it's definitely a balancing act between staying informed, holding space for it all, doing your best to make the best decisions, and also knowing when to take some time to yourself, away from social media, away from news sources, and actually enjoy your life, the present moment, nature, and all the beauty, love, and goodness around us. There's always going to be a lot happening at once, and I don't think it's our job to carry the weight of it all the time. So hopefully you can apply some of that to your life. Another perspective that I also really want to bring up is the importance of perspective itself. Einstein has a quote that says, "The most important decision we make is whether we live in a friendly or hostile universe." What you focus on truly does grow. What you focus on gets reflected back to you. What you focus on, you get more of. What you focus on, you attract. And the reason for this, there's many reasons if you want to look at it on a spiritual level or a scientific level, but I'm going to stick to a neuroscientific level. So when it comes to the brain, we have what is called the RAS, the reticular activating system. What the RAS does is filter out information to help you focus on what you're choosing to focus on or what you believe. If you're choosing to focus on negativity, your brain is going to filter out the positivity. Not only that, our brains already have a negativity bias, and this is a survival mechanism. Let's say you're in a field of hundreds and hundreds of beautiful flowers, but then a snake appears. Your brain is going to give more weight to that snake than it is to the hundreds of flowers because that snake is harmful. That snake is a threat. So your brain is obviously going to give more weight to danger than it is to safety because your brain wants you to survive. And knowing this is essential because then you understand that when you're feeding into negativity, it holds more weight than the positivity in your life and the positivity in the world. And that is why when we feed into the negativity of the world and the negative news, we feel so down. We feel so hopeless. And you're less likely to make a positive change when you're in that state. And that is the importance of taking breaks and putting your mental health first, setting boundaries. I constantly have to take breaks from social media because it can be too much. You have to prioritize your mental health. You have to prioritize your well-being if you care about the world. I know you think that staying informed is you caring about the world, but at the same time, if it's immobilizing you and depressing you, then what good is it really doing? If you really want to stay grounded during turbulent times, in the midst of chaos, you have to remember to engage in self-care. You have to focus your energy on what you can control. Your mood, your environment, your own forms of protest or action to make a difference, prayer, meditation, visualization for a better world. All of these things really do make an impact. If you believe in the butterfly effect, the idea that a butterfly flapping its wings on one side of the world can create a hurricane on the other side of the world. Think about the difference your energy can make. I truly believe that negative news is meant to immobilize us. I believe that it is meant to bring our vibration down. When we feed into positivity, when we feel more empowered, think about the energy that ripples out into the world. I believe that our energy affects those around us and it affects the world at large, just like the butterfly effect. So from that perspective too, just think about how your energy is contributing to the world. Do you want to be a part of the positivity or do you want to be a part of more negativity, more depression, and lack of action? So don't forget that your perspective matters and what you choose to focus on matters. I want to invite you to start focusing more on the positive, start looking for evidence of the good so that you can start to see more of the good that's actually there. By doing so, you are more likely to feel empowered, you are more likely to feel balanced, grounded, stable to make a change. Negativity can really consume you, so you have to be so careful and not forget to feed into the positivity.